Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to share with you a truth that holds the power to transform your life. It's simple yet profound. Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. At the heart of this powerful statement is the understanding that your mind is a limitless force. It has the ability to create, to shape, and to manifest the life you desire. Everything that exists in our world began as a thought someone believed in so strongly that they worked tirelessly to bring it to life. Now let us pause and reflect for a moment on the extraordinary power of thought. Have you ever wondered how one idea can change the course of history? How a single vision can propel someone from humble beginnings to extraordinary achievements? It's not magic, it's the power of belief and the power of the mind. But belief alone is not enough. It is the belief that is paired with action that brings your dreams into reality. You see, to achieve anything, you must first believe that it is possible. Your belief is the force that propels you forward, even in the face of adversity. Without belief, there is no reason to act. With belief, you find the courage to move forward, despite the challenges that lie ahead. Imagine for a moment that everything you've ever dreamed of, every goal you've set, and every aspiration you hold dear is already within your reach. Why? Because your imagination is the blueprint for what's to come. If you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand. However, the journey from thought to reality is not always straightforward. It requires clarity. It requires focus. It requires a definite purpose. When you know what you want and where you're headed, you will find the way to get there. But even more important than clarity is persistence. The path to success is rarely a smooth one. You will encounter obstacles, you will face setbacks, and you will experience moments of doubt. But it is your persistence that will carry you through. Success comes not to the person who never fails, but to the one who never quits. And in those moments of doubt, remember this: you are capable, you are powerful, you are deserving of success. Mastering self-doubt is an essential part of the journey, for if you do not believe in your own potential, no one else will. And when you believe in yourself, the world begins to open up in ways you could never have imagined. You see, the law of attraction is real. What you focus on grows. So focus on success. Focus on the belief that what you desire is not only possible, but already on its way to you. And as you do so, opportunities will unfold before you. The people, resources, and ideas you need will appear, aligning perfectly with your vision. But remember, achieving your dreams isn't about wishing for something to happen. It's about doing the work, staying focused, and having unwavering faith in your own abilities. When you believe, you will achieve. There is no doubt about it. In closing, I urge you to take a moment and ask yourself, what can I conceive and believe? Whatever it is, know that with the power of your mind, your belief, and your persistence, it can and will be achieved. The human mind is not just an organ. It is the central force of creation, the engine behind every success, and the birthplace of every breakthrough. It is through the mind that we perceive our world, interpret our experiences, and define what is possible. Every action we take, every habit we build, every decision we make, these all originate first in the mind. It is our mental blueprint that becomes the foundation for the physical reality we ultimately construct. The mind is both the sculptor and the sculpted. What you feed into it, your thoughts, your beliefs, your self-talk, shapes how it operates. The mind does not distinguish between what is real and what is vividly imagined. This is why those who dare to dream boldly, who speak affirmations of victory, who hold a clear and confident vision of success, often rise far above the limits of their environment or past circumstances. The mind has the power to take an intangible idea and convert it into something tangible and real. When you understand the mind as a tool, an instrument that you control. You begin to take responsibility for what you allow to dwell within it. Negative thoughts, fear, and doubt are not simply fleeting emotions. They are mental poisons that corrode your potential. But when you guard your mind, when you intentionally fill it with empowering thoughts, creative visions, and unwavering belief, you activate its higher faculties: willpower, imagination, intuition, and reason. The truth is, the mind will always move you in the direction of your dominant thoughts. It will either lift you or limit you, based on what you allow to take root within it. If you constantly think of obstacles, you will find them. But if you train your mind to seek opportunity, to dwell on progress, to believe in possibility, then it begins to work like a magnet, drawing toward you everything necessary to fulfill your vision. The mind is not limited by age, education, or circumstance. Its power is available to all who learn how to discipline it, direct it, and most importantly, believe in it. Everything you see around you, every building, every invention, every movement in history, began first as a thought in someone's mind. Thought is the seed from which all achievement grows. It is the silent architect of your destiny, quietly shaping your world in the background of every moment. Before a single word is spoken, before a single action is taken, there is a thought that precedes it. That thought, once held with intention and emotion, begins to shape circumstances, influence behavior, and guide decisions in alignment with its nature. You are always creating your future with the thoughts you entertain. They are not idle or harmless. They are blueprints. When you dwell on limitation, you begin to act in ways that fulfill that limitation. When you focus on growth, success, and possibility, your mind begins to search for ways to make those things real. Your thoughts set in motion a chain reaction of energy and effort. They attract opportunities, dictate your attitude, and influence how others respond to you. Your outer world will eventually conform to the inner patterns you repeat most often. Think consistently in terms of failure, and you will unconsciously seek evidence of it. Think with boldness, with vision, with purpose, and you begin to mold your environment into one that reflects those ideals. Your thoughts are builders, and each one lays a brick in the foundation of your future. Whether that foundation is strong or weak depends on the nature of those thoughts. Thoughts mixed with belief and emotion carry incredible creative power. They become more than passing ideas. They become forces that guide behavior, drive action, and draw into your life the very experiences that match their vibration. The mind, once fixed on a thought with clarity and belief, begins to influence not only your personal actions, but the very circumstances that surround you. The world begins to bend, slowly but surely, to the image you hold most firmly in your mind. Belief is not a passive acceptance of an idea. It is a living energy that moves mountains, breaks barriers, and calls into being the things that do not yet exist. It is the internal fire that turns possibility into probability. Belief is the switch that activates your inner power, the unseen force that propels you forward when logic says stop, and the compass that keeps you moving even when the path is unclear. It is invisible, yet it shapes the visible. It is intangible, yet it determines the tangible outcomes of your life. When belief takes root in the mind, it becomes a creative force. It begins to influence your posture, your tone, your decisions, and even your presence. People can feel it when you truly believe in what you're saying, doing, or striving for. Belief changes the way you speak to yourself, and that inner dialogue becomes the script that your life begins to follow. Where there is belief, there is confidence. Where there is belief, fear begins to lose its grip. The power of belief is that it does not require proof before action. It acts as if the result is inevitable, and in doing so, it pulls that result closer to you. Belief does not ask for permission. It creates its own evidence. The person who believes they can begins to act with certainty, and those actions trigger new outcomes that reinforce the original belief. This self-reinforcing cycle grows stronger with every step taken in faith. Belief overrides external conditions. It does not look to circumstances for validation. It speaks from within. It is what causes an individual to rise above their environment, to achieve what others deemed impossible, and to persist when others would have surrendered. While knowledge and skill are important, they are powerless without belief. You can have all the tools in the world, but if you do not believe in your ability to use them effectively, they remain dormant within you. Belief is the force that converts desire into conviction, and conviction into reality. It transforms your mindset, fuels your persistence, and aligns your subconscious mind with your conscious goals. It is the emotionalized thought that unlocks action, magnetizes opportunity, and builds momentum even before the results are visible. Imagination is the workshop of the mind, where all plans are formed, all dreams are visualized, and all progress is born. It is the inner sanctuary where limitations are stripped away, and the mind is free to roam beyond what is, and explore what could be. Every advancement, every invention, every revolution in history first took shape in the boundless realm of imagination. It is through this sacred faculty that the mind creates images of future achievements and charts the unknown paths that lead to them. Imagination is not a child's escape. It is the adult's greatest tool for building the future. It gives shape to desire and substance to thought. When a person dares to imagine something greater, something bold, something seemingly impossible, they activate a power that transcends knowledge and reason. Knowledge is limited to what is already known, but imagination reaches into the infinite. It is the bridge between your current reality and the future you wish to create. Those who allow their imagination to flourish see possibilities where others see problems. They are the ones who challenge the status quo, who break free from routine thinking, and who refuse to accept the world as it is when they can see what it might become. Imagination breathes life into vision, giving it color, movement, and dimension. It allows you to mentally experience success before it materializes, to rehearse your triumphs in the quiet theater of your own mind. When imagination is fueled by belief and purpose, it becomes an unstoppable engine of innovation. It opens new doors, presents new angles, and uncovers opportunities hidden from the logical mind. Through imagination, you can redesign your life, your business, your world, because once you have seen it clearly in your mind, it becomes only a matter of time before it is brought into form. All great achievements begin as vivid mental pictures that ignite passion, guide effort, and attract the circumstances necessary to bring them into reality. Clarity is the foundation upon which all achievement is built. It is the ability to see with precision what it is you truly desire, stripped of vague wishes or uncertain hopes. Without clarity, energy is scattered, effort is diluted, and progress becomes a matter of chance rather than intention. The clearer your vision, the stronger your direction. When you know exactly what you want, your mind begins to organize your thoughts, filter your decisions, and recognize opportunities that align with your purpose. Focus is the natural companion to clarity. It is the discipline of holding your attention on a single objective, despite the noise, distractions, and temptations that surround you. Focus channels your energy like a magnifying glass concentrating sunlight. What once seemed weak becomes powerful enough to ignite. It gives force to your actions, sharpens your decisions, and keeps you anchored when obstacles arise. Focus eliminates the unnecessary and makes room for what truly matters. In a world filled with constant distractions and conflicting demands, clarity and focus are not luxuries. They are necessities. Without them, your goals remain distant, your actions become reactive, and your potential lies dormant. But with them, even modest abilities can be multiplied, and limited resources can produce extraordinary results. Clarity sets the course. Focus keeps you on it. Every moment you spend uncertain or scattered is a moment lost to confusion, but every moment spent in clear, focused pursuit builds momentum and brings you closer to your aim. Clarity allows you to define success on your own terms. Focus allows you to pursue it with intensity and purpose. Together, they create a powerful synergy that turns vague ambition into deliberate achievement. When your vision is crystal clear and your energy is directed without wavering, you begin to act not out of habit or circumstance, but out of purpose, conviction, and design. Persistence is the silent power behind every success story, the unseen force that continues when talent rests, when motivation fades, and when the odds seem stacked against you. It is the quality that separates those who merely wish from those who achieve. While others give up at the first sign of resistance, the persistent soul digs deeper, pushes harder, and moves forward with greater determination. Persistence is not loud or boastful. It is steady, consistent, and unshakable in its purpose. Every dream worth chasing will be tested. Obstacles will arise, delays will come, and discouragement will attempt to settle in. But it is persistence that keeps the vision alive through the storms. It does not rely on perfect conditions. It does not wait for permission. It moves with purpose, adapting when necessary, but never retreating. The persistent individual understands that failure is not defeat. It is feedback, a necessary part of the process that refines the approach and strengthens the resolve. Persistence is the habit of finishing what you start. It is the refusal to let temporary setbacks become permanent limitations. It is the willingness to show up again and again, to work when no one is watching, to believe when results are not yet visible. In persistence, there is power. It wears down resistance, it breaks through barriers, and it converts consistent effort into undeniable progress. Even the smallest steps, when taken with persistence, accumulate into great achievements. It is not about speed but consistency. It is not about luck but endurance. When every door seems closed, persistence finds a window. When the path is unclear, persistence forges a new one. It is the difference between a life of regret and a life of fulfillment. Definiteness of purpose is the starting point of all meaningful achievement. It is the unwavering clarity of what you desire most, the precise target toward which every thought, decision, and action is directed. Without a clear purpose, effort is scattered and potential is wasted. But when your purpose is definite, your life becomes organized around a central mission, and every step you take is fueled by intention and guided by direction. It is not enough to simply want success or improvement in vague terms. The mind responds powerfully to specificity. When you define exactly what you want, how much, by when, and for what reason, you awaken a level of focus and determination that cannot be accessed through general desire alone. Purpose gives your goals structure. It turns dreams into plans and transforms wishes into strategies. Definiteness of purpose acts like a compass in a storm. When difficulties arise, when distractions tempt you to stray, your defined purpose pulls you back on course. It becomes your reference point, your source of strength, your reason for continuing when others would turn back. It provides meaning to the effort and turns ordinary work into mission-driven pursuit. This clarity of purpose not only organizes your internal world, but also influences your external reality. People are drawn to those who know what they want and where they are going. Resources align more easily, opportunities present themselves more frequently, and progress happens more predictably. Your decisions become quicker, your energy more focused, and your confidence more grounded because you are no longer guessing, you are moving with intent. Definiteness of purpose brings out the best in you. It compels you to rise above complacency, to reject mediocrity, and to harness your full potential in service of something clear, compelling, and worthy of your life's work. Faith in yourself is the cornerstone of all personal achievement. It is the deep, unshakable belief that you possess within you the ability to rise, to overcome, to create, and to succeed regardless of the challenges before you. It is not arrogance, nor is it blind optimism. It is an inner knowing, built through awareness of your strengths, acceptance of your flaws, and a commitment to grow beyond both. This kind of faith does not wait for evidence. It becomes the evidence through your actions, your persistence, and your refusal to quit. When you believe in yourself, you activate hidden reservoirs of courage and resilience. You stop looking outward for validation and begin drawing power from within. Setbacks no longer define you. They sharpen you. Criticism no longer wounds you, it informs you. The opinions of others may echo around you, but they no longer carry the weight they once did, because you have chosen to trust your own voice above all others. That voice becomes your guide, your motivator, and your protector in times of uncertainty. Faith in yourself empowers you to take risks, to pursue opportunities beyond your comfort zone, and to see failure not as an end, but as a necessary part of your evolution. It allows you to say yes to challenges others avoid, to raise your standards, and to keep showing up when there is no applause, no guarantee, and no clear reward in sight. It is this faith that builds momentum and sustains it when motivation fades. Others may doubt you, circumstances may resist you, but with faith in yourself, you become unstoppable, not because the path is easy, but because you refuse to give up on the belief that you were meant for more. You move with quiet confidence, knowing that while the world sees only where you are now, you are already becoming who you are destined to be. Self-doubt is the silent thief that robs potential before it ever sees the light of action. It whispers of inadequacy, questions your worth, and magnifies every flaw until confidence is buried beneath hesitation. Yet even the most capable individuals have heard its voice. The difference lies not in avoiding self-doubt, but in mastering it. To master self-doubt is to confront it, to challenge it, and to rise above it, not by pretending it doesn't exist, but by refusing to let it govern your life. The mind, left unchecked, will often focus on failure before success, danger before possibility, fear before courage. But mastery comes when you begin to direct your thoughts instead of being directed by them. You acknowledge the doubt, but you do not obey it. You hear the voice of fear, but you choose the voice of belief. You take action not because you feel entirely ready, but because you've decided your purpose is greater than your uncertainty. Mastering self-doubt means building a relationship with discomfort. It means leaning into growth rather than retreating into safety. Each time you act in spite of your doubt, you weaken its grip. Each time you succeed, even in a small way, you rewrite the story your doubt has been telling you. Over time, the voice of self-doubt grows quieter, not because it disappears, but because you've grown stronger and louder in your conviction. It also means being intentional with your environment, your language, and your inner circle. What you feed your mind either fuels your confidence or deepens your doubt. Surrounding yourself with belief, with progress, with evidence of your capability strengthens your ability to push through hesitation. You begin to recognize that doubt is often a sign you're growing, stretching, and stepping beyond old limitations, and that its presence can become a signal not to stop but to keep going. The law of attraction is one of the most powerful yet often misunderstood forces in the universe. It states that like attracts like, what you focus on, what you give your attention to, what you dwell upon, you will attract into your life. It is not just about thinking positively, it is about aligning your thoughts, emotions, and actions with your desires in a way that the universe begins to mirror your internal state back to you. At its core, the law of attraction teaches that your thoughts have energy. They vibrate at a certain frequency, and the more energy you give to those thoughts, the more they send out a signal into the world. The universe, in turn, responds to that signal by bringing back people, opportunities, situations, and resources that resonate with the frequency of those thoughts. When you are focused on abundance, gratitude, and success, you draw more of those things into your life. But when your thoughts are steeped in fear, scarcity, or negativity, you begin to attract more of the same. It is important to understand that this law operates not only on a conscious level, but also at a subconscious one. Often our minds are filled with limiting beliefs, doubts, and fears that we may not even be aware of, yet these hidden beliefs are sending out vibrations that work against the things we truly want to manifest. The key to harnessing the law of attraction is to become aware of and shift these limiting beliefs into empowering ones. You must believe that what you want is not only possible, but already on its way to you. This belief is what powers the attraction process. But belief alone is not enough. The law of attraction requires you to take inspired action. It is not a passive waiting game, it is a co-creative process. When you focus on your desires with clarity and passion, the universe will begin to offer opportunities, and it is your responsibility to act upon them. Taking action is the bridge between the thought and the manifestation. It's the universe's way of confirming that you are serious about your desires and ready to receive them. One of the most powerful aspects of the law of attraction is its ability to amplify what you give energy to. Positive thoughts, positive emotions, and positive intentions create a magnetic field that draws more of what you want into your life. But just as easily, negative energy can attract more negativity. This is why maintaining an optimistic, focused, and grateful mindset is so critical in ensuring that you are in alignment with what you seek. Gratitude, in particular, is an incredibly powerful force within the law of attraction. When you are thankful for what you have and what is yet to come, you signal to the universe that you are in harmony with abundance, and more will flow toward you. In essence, the law of attraction is not a mystical force that brings things to you without effort. It is a mirror that reflects the energy you emit. The more you align your thoughts, feelings, and actions with your goals and desires, the more effortlessly the universe will bring them into your reality. It is about creating the life you want, first in your mind, and then allowing the universe to make that vision manifest through your conscious and deliberate actions. In conclusion, the principles we've explored today, whether it's the power of the mind, the influence of thoughts, or the strength of belief, are all interconnected by one undeniable truth. The mind is the ultimate creator of your reality. The way you think, the way you believe, and the way you act all shape the life you experience. The force of imagination fuels innovation, persistence breaks through all barriers, and clarity and focus steer your energy toward a specific, definite purpose. Faith in yourself and mastering self-doubt unlock your inner potential, while the law of attraction ensures that the energy you put into the world returns to you. But perhaps the most important thing to remember is that all these forces are within your control. Your mind is not a passive observer, it is an active creative force that can be molded, directed, and transformed. The power to conceive and achieve lies within you. When you choose to believe in yourself, commit to your purpose, and persist despite challenges, there is nothing beyond your reach. The only limit to your success is the limit you place on your own thoughts. By mastering your mindset and focusing your energy, you set in motion a journey of endless possibility. The life you dream of is not a distant fantasy, it is within your reach, waiting to be realized through your unwavering belief and your deliberate actions. You are the creator of your destiny, and the only thing standing between where you are and where you want to be is your commitment to believing it is possible.